Then today is the Salila Vihara and Phula Dola, Salila Vihara, water pastimes, where Radha and Krishna will be on the boat and they will do water pastimes. Mahaprabhu did in Jagannath Puri. The Narendra Sarovar, that is the second importance of the day. Third importance of the day is today is the appearance day of Shri Radha Raman Ji. The fourth is Parameswari Das. Parameshvari Das. His disappearance day. Madhavendra Puri appearance day. So this six incidents happened in this auspicious month. Actually, the month of Vaishakha is considered very auspicious. According to our Vedic calendar, this is the first month of the year, where all the crops are harvested, and then we start a new year. And those who studied astrology and other sciences, they will also know that lots of samskaras, there are Sorasa samskaras. Many of the samskaras, especially Vivaha samskara, is being done on this month. And many yajnas, havanas, archanas, griha pravesha, it's called prashasta. It's very favorable to do any kind of samskaras or karmakanda in this month. And how it's known as Madhumasa. You know, when Karanadakshayi Vishnu was lying, and then this Brahma came out of the navel. In Markandeya Purana, it's been mentioned that from the dirt of the ears of Vishnu, two Daityas appeared, Madhu and Kaitava. This has been explained in Devi Bhagavad. Devi Bhagavad is a byproduct of Markandeya Purana, like Bhagavad Gita is the byproduct of Mahabharata. So there it's mentioned that this Madhu and Kaitava came, and Brahmaji came out holding the Vedas, and the Akashvani happened, tapah, tapah, tapah. Shiva wanted to take away the Vedas. This is how it's been explained in Devi Bhagavad. And Vishnu was in a sleeping mode. So Brahmaji prayed to Nidra Devi, who was situated in Tamoguna. So he prayed to Nidra Devi that, please help me. You dilute the consciousness of this Madhu and Kaitava so that they cannot harm me. He prayed in a very beautiful way, diligent way, like Hiranyakashipu prayed to the Lord that no one can kill me either on the sky or in the water, neither on the day nor on the night. Similarly, he prayed. So what happened? Nidra Devi came out and Vishnu awakened. And it went to this Madhu and Kaitava. So then they had a blessings that no one can kill them when they are in water. So they came out and Vishnu chopped off their head with Sudarshana. This is the pastimes written in Devi Bhagavat. So because Madhu, Ari means enemy, who killed Madhu is called Madhuha also. That's how Lord has named Madhuha. Or Madhusudana. Sudha is a verb in Sanskrit. Sudha, ksharane, to diminish or to finish someone. So, who finished Madhu is known as Madhusudana. So, this month, if anyone specially worships Madhusudana, they are benedicted. They go back to Godhead very easily. That's what mentioned. And there was a Shukadeva Swami. This is not the same Shukadeva who narrated Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. This is the Shukadeva Swami, who was one of the, of the same time of Sridhar Goswami. Right after him, he wrote commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam. And he wrote one Ashtakam called Madhusudana Ashtakam. But we have to cover up many other things, so we cannot discuss about that. And it's written in such a beautiful way. What he did, he started, Ashtakam means there are 8 stanzas, and each initial of each sloka, if you take it, the first letter of each, so it turns into Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This is what Shukadeva Swami did. Also, Madhusudana, this month is called Madhusudana month. So whosoever chant this Ashtakams of Madhusudana, their all sins are totally extinguished. This is also written in that Ashtakam. And when you read the Sodasha Nama Ashtakam of Lord Vishnu, there are Vishnu Sahasranam and there is Sodasa. Sodasa means 16 in Sanskrit. So Sodasha Nama Ashtaka. There one verse comes, Duswapne Smara Govinda Sankate Madhusudanam. When someone has nightmares or very scary dreams, he should chant the names of Govinda. Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. So if you're going to bed, if you chant this, or if someone is very prone to have scary dreams, he should chant Govinda. Govinda Ashtakam, worship Govinda. And Sankate Madhusudanam. Sankat, whenever there is any adverse situation, very dangerous challenges are there, then one should remember Madhusudanam. This I will read to you, the Sodasa Namashtakam. Aushadhe chintayeta Vishnum. When you are taking the medicines, because Lord appeared as Dhanvantari. So he gave this Ayurveda. So he himself who delivered this knowledge to these material beings, he himself can cure all your diseases. So, Aushadhe Chintayede Vishnum, Bhojane Cha Janardanam. After you eat, you should remember Janardana. Then the digestion is proper. Shayane Padmanabhancha, Vivahecha Prajapatin. When you go to bed, Padmanabha Swami, if you want a very good rest, Padmanabha Swami. Shayane Padmanabhamcha, Vivahecha Prajapatin. When someone is going to get married, or at the time of marriage, Prajapati, who is the creator. Yuddhe Chakradharam Devam, Pravase Cha Trivikramam. Yuddhe, at the time of war, Chakradharam Devam, Pravase Cha Trivikramam. When you go abroad to some other country, Trivikram, because with Trivikrama, Tripad Bhumi, he won everything. So when you remember Trivikram before going somewhere, you become the winner. Narayanam Tanutyage, when someone is passing away, Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. That's why Ajamil did. Sridharam Priya Sangame, at the time of copulation, Sridharam, then you will beget a very good child. Now this Duswapne Smara Govindam Sankate Madhusudanam, this we have explained already. Kanane Narasimhancha, Kanan, if you're in a deep forest and there are some wild animals or something, or you're scared, Kanane Narasimhancha, you remember Narasimha. So whether it's a human or any animal, no one can cause any harm to you, because Narasimha has both forms. Pavake Jalashainam, when there is a fire, Jalashainam, Jalashai, Vishnu, Jala, he rests on the water. Jala Madhya Varahancha, when you are deep inside the water, Varahadev. Parvate Raghunandanam, Gamane Vamanan Chaiva, when you are going for an auspicious work or important work, Vamana. Sarvakaryeshu Madhavam. So the main purpose is to make you remember the name of the Lord in all activities. Shodashaitani namani pratah ruthaya yah pathet sarva papa vinirmukta Vishnu loke mahiyate. Whosoever will recite this Shodasha Namashtaka waking up in the morning, then sarva papah vinirmukta, he will be, his all sins will be extinguished, and Vishnu loke mahiyate, he will directly go back to Godhead. So this is Madhusudana Mass. Now, this Phula Dola and Salila Vihara, starting today, right? Salila Vihara. So Salila Vihara, it happened in Mahaprabhu's time. It was already existing. If you go to Tamil Nadu and many other old ancient temples like Venkateshwara temple, all the temples used to have kundas, and there the Lord does the pastimes, and they have a permanent boat. During summer they do the Salila Vihara. But in our Sampradaya, it was started by Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu, when he was in Jagannath Puri, there is a sarovar called Narendra Sarovar, which belongs to Jagannath temple, and Govinda Dev does pastimes there. So they put him in a boat and decorated with flowers, and beautiful decorations are there, and then all the devotees, they do kirtan. So Mahaprabhu went there, and many Vaishnavas from Bengal also went at the same time to Jagannath Puri, and it happened to be so that they met Mahaprabhu there. And then there was an ecstatic kirtan called Gagana Bhedi, cracking the sky. Gagana Bhedi kirtan. It says in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Akantha Khaya Akuntha Nritya. So a devotee should eat over the top and then do Akuntha, Kuntha Vihin, where there is no sorrow, kirtan. So in that ecstatic kirtan, and also seeing Mahaprabhu, many devotees were falling, and Mahaprabhu was going personally hugging each of them. So that was a big ullasa, a big enjoyment, big celebration happened. And thereon, in our sampradaya also, this started where we put the this Pratibhu Vigraha, the small deities, into the boat, and then we do the Salila Vihara, and Phula Dola means flower swing. So these are for the pleasure of the Lord. Now today is also the appearance day of Shri Radha Raman. Bole Shri Radha Raman Lal Jiu ki Prakatya Divas. So it is related to Gopal Bhatta Goswami. What happened? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Sri Ranga Kshetra, Sri Ranganathji, Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu, during Chaturmasya. And he went to that temple, and it was surrounded by professional brahmanas, priests who were chanting all the Vedic mantras. And when he entered, he started singing, and that divine sound, that such a beautiful voice, Gagan Bhedi Kirtan, as he started singing, everybody was spellbound and stopped. So there he met Venkata Bhatta. And he found solace, Mahaprabhu, and he was very happy. And then he went with Venkata Bhatta and he stayed at his home during the entire Chaturmasya. There, the son of Venkata Bhatta, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, was serving Mahaprabhu. And he was serving wholeheartedly, like Dasiputra Narada. When you read Srimad Bhagavatam, Narada also, when he came as the son of the maid, he said that my mother was illiterate, but there are lots of saints coming to our house, and I got the chance to serve them there. So that's how this Gopal Bhatta Goswami started serving, and Mahaprabhu initiated him at that time itself, when he was very young, I think 14 years old or 13 years old. And he said that when your parents passes away, you go to Vrindavan. So Mahaprabhu immediately understood that this is my eternal associate, Parikar. And you start, Rupa Sanatans are there, so you go and start writing books. So, Lupta Tirtha Uddhar, these are the four prominent factors which the Goswamis did. Lupta Tirtha Uddhar, the Tirthas. This is already the Govardhana, Radha Kunda, Shyam Kunda, Nidhivan, Varsana, Nandagaon, everything was existing. But it was Lupta Praya. It was almost extinct. Nobody knew. Like Mahaprabhu came and jumped, and then this is Radha Kunda. Okay, this is Radha Kunda. Madhavendra Puri came and hugged the Shila, this is Govardhan Shila. So this is called Lupta Tirtha Uddhar. Grantha Prakashan, publishing book publication. Harinam Prachar, Harinam Sankirtan Prachar. Propagating this Harinam Sankirtan. And one more, writing books. So these are the four important tasks Mahaprabhu gave to the Sat Goswamis. So Gopal Bhatta Goswami came to Vrindavan, and then it was always in his head that I came here, and he got the chance. At the age of 30, his father passed away. So Mahaprabhu said, once your father passes away, you move to Vrindavan. Then he went back to Vrindavan. He went to Vrindavan and he started serving. Satkriya Sardipika is written by him. So, but it was always in his mind that I could not meet Mahaprabhu again. So he decided to meet him and go to Puri. But then Mahaprabhu, who understands, who can read the mind, who knows everything, all knowledgeable. So he understood, and then he sent him a wooden seat and some clothes and ornaments of the Lord, the clothes he used, and one Govardhan Shila, very small, like it was like this much small, and he used to hold it all time in his hand, and it was gradually melting. So that Govardhan Shila also he sent to Gopal Bhatta Goswami as a remembrance. Then Mahaprabhu came in his dream and he said, if you actually want to please me, you go to Nepal for pilgrimage. Then Gopal Bhatta Goswami followed that instruction and went to Nepal. And there he saw this Gandaki river. He went in that Gandaki river with his kamandalu and he paid his obeisances and he was doing achaman, and then he was taking water and few shalagrams came inside his pot. So he thought it's by chance came, so he poured it back. Then again he was going to fill up water, again some shalagram shila came. Then again he poured back. This happened thrice. Then he understood this must be the will of the Lord. Then he got 12 shalagram shilas in that pot. So he brought them back to Vrindavan and he kept it in that place where there is Radha Raman temple. And then he was thinking that I have shalagram shilas, and at that time one very wealthy person came and he gave some paraphernalia and also some jewelries and stuff, bangles for the Lord, like other deities are being decorated. All those things he gave to Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and he said, I know you have a God, so you just decorate him the way others decorate. And then he said, he was thinking that anyway I have shalagram, what is the use of all this jewelry? So he said, you can give it to somebody else, But he forced, no, you have to take it. Then he kept it, and whole night he was thinking, and this was like yesterday was Nrsimha Chaturdashi, today's Purnima. So he was thinking about the pastimes of Nrsimha Bhagavan, how he appeared from the Kambha, from the Stambha, pillar. So if Lord can manifest from the pillar, why you cannot manifest from the shalagram? And shalagram is also, see, this is, the science cannot understand. Shalagram, it says that in the Gandaki river only, it's found. And the shalagram is a like stone form, different forms, and there is a kita. There is an insect called Vajra kita. That's what mentioned in the scriptures. It goes inside and cut and make it, like if there is teeth and stuff. Govardhan Shila, this is like Krishna Shila, Vishnu Shila, Narayan Shila, Narasimha Shila. Different designs are there. So he meditated, and Mahaprabhu's direct blessings are there. So what happened at night? The deity emerged from that shalagram shila. Boliye Shri Radha Raman Lal Ji ki. So he was like happy, and like you started having ecstatic transformation by seeing that, in joy. Wow, this transformed into a God which I always expected. So then he immediately informed Rupa and Sanatan Goswami. Rupa and Sanatan Goswami came to see that incident. And then they saw, and up to the waist, it looks like Gopinath ji, not Gopinath ji, Madan Mohan. This part looks like Gopinath ji, and the face looks like Govinda Dev. So Govinda, Gopinath, Madan Mohan. That's Gaudiya Siddhanta Sambandha. So they saw, and still whosoever has seen the back of the deity, you can still see some parts of the shalagram is there. So it emerged actually. So as a proof, that is there. So today it's Prakatya Divas. Then it says, the Vrajavasi says that during that day itself, when he appeared, all the Vrajavasis bought almost like 150 or 200 liters of milk. They did Abhishek. And it was like a huge program. Still now it happens. So Radha Raman Lalju appeared like that. And the speciality of Gopal Bhatta Goswami is that he is the first one who started this Pujana Vidhi, the way of worshipping the deities by Satkriya Sardepika. He mentioned. So that was a special thing Mahaprabhu wanted out of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So he wrote that, Satkriya Sardepika, the Vaishnava method. In general Brahmana method, when we worship the deities, start with Ganesha mantra. But when we worship as per the Vishnu, then we start all the names with Vishnu only. Like for example, whether you do it at the temple of a Vaishnava temple or outside, the Achaman mantra will be Om apavitra pavitro va sarvavastham gatopi va yasmaret pundarikaksham saha vahya abhyantara suchihi. So external suchita will come through bath, but internal suchita can only come through pundarikaksham. Yasmaret pundarikaksham, by remembering pundarikaksham. So it actually, like Jiva Goswami, when he wrote this Harinamamrita Vyakaran, in the Mangalacharan itself, he wrote Harinama Vali Valitam Vyakaranam Vaishnavartha Achinmaha. I am writing this book called Harinamamrita Vyakaranam for the Vaishnavas. Because if you read Panini and other grammar is very important to understand all this Nyaya and Vedanta and Shastras. But a Vaishnava will not like to endeavor for learning the mundane grammar Panini wrote. So instead of Swara Varnas, he wrote Dashavatara. Hraswa, short, like A is Hraswa, A is Dirgha. Instead of Hraswa and Dirgha, this is the technical term of grammar, Jiva Goswami wrote Vamana and Trivikrama. So that's how he changed the entire grammar with the name of the Lord. So same here, our puja paddhati is also related to all the names of the Lord. So this is Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Now we will go straight to Shri Shrinivasa Acharya. Today is his appearance day. So Srinivasa Acharya, it's a very interesting story. How he came. Srinivasa Acharya, actually Mahaprabhu wanted a leader who will be the next generation and who will propagate the Krishna consciousness everywhere. So this was the innermost desire of Mahaprabhu, and the manifestation is Srinivasa Acharya. Prabhupada says Srinivasa Acharya is our first book distributor. So, his father's name was, when Mahaprabhu took sannyas in Katwa, Gauranga-vari. Whosoever has gone there in Gauda Mandal Parikrama will know. So, the father of Srinivasa Acharya, Gangadhar Bhattacharya, was present there. And he saw this 6 feet, 7 feet high and beautiful, lustrous, a handsome young boy is taking sannyas, shaved off his head and putting on the robes of the renunciant. So he was like very much deeply, by seeing that, he was not very happy, like he was like very much shocked. So this Gangadhar Bhattacharya, after that, but he was appreciating definitely, he started saying, Ha Chaitanya, Ha Chaitanya, Ha Chaitanya. He always used to remember that incident. Ha Chaitanya, Ha Chaitanya. That's why all the villagers over there named him as Chaitanya Das. But this person became mad because of Chaitanya, that particular incident. And his wife was Lakshmi Priya Devi. So, one time, Mahaprabhu was in Gambhira Lila, Jagannath Puri, and he was meditating that I need my next generation who will preach, who will bring the scriptures which has been written by the Sad Goswamis, the Goswamis in Vrindavan, who will bring all those books, that pure knowledge, to the Bengali devotees. There was many Bengali devotees at that time. There was not much transport, so it was very difficult to go anywhere. As you see, even for Venkateshwara Stotra, there is a sloka, Aham dura daste padam bhoja yugme pranamechhayagatya sevam karomi. Oh my Lord, I am coming from a far away place, walking. So before, pilgrimage means once in a life. So Srinivasa Acharya, what happened? So Mahaprabhu was meditating that this should happen. At that time, that night itself, Lord Jagannath came in the dream of Mahaprabhu and said, listen, there is a couple who came to me 1 week before and they were praying for a child. And they are very exalted devotees. But I don't know their name and things, so you bless them, then you can have the desired devotee that you are willing to propagate this Krishna consciousness, the love of Godhead. So then Mahaprabhu woke up in the morning and he instructed Avani Devi, Avani means Dharitri Devi, this earth, and said that you go and bring the whereabouts of those couple who came and prayed for a child. Avani Devi returned back after 3 days. And this is all pastimes to bestow mercy. You know, if Mahaprabhu, who can have direct instruction from Jagannath ji, won't know who is this person, whereabouts. So it happened to be so that Avani Devi came back and she said that they are Gangadhar Bhattacharya near Katwa and his wife Lakshmi Priya Devi. So you bestow them the mercy. Then Mahaprabhu instructed Avani Devi, you go and bless them. Avani Devi appeared in the dream of Lakshmi Priya Devi that this is the Mahaprabhu's instruction and I am blessing you to have a very exalted devotee as your child. And that is Shrinivasa Acharya. So that potency entered into the womb of Lakshmi Priya Devi. Then Lakshmi Priya Devi gave birth to this Shrinivasa Acharya. Now this is a very interesting story. Srinivasa Acharya always wanted to meet Mahaprabhu. So he decided I have to go and meet Mahaprabhu sometimes. And he came in contact with, because his village was Jajigram. No, not Jajigram. It's Kakandi is the place. Kakandi or Chakandi is the place, which is very close to Katwa. So he was having the association of Narahari Sarkar, very exalted devotee. And he always wanted that Narahari Sarkar, you give me initiation. This is blessed soul of Mahaprabhu. So he wanted Narahari Sarkar, but Narahari Sarkar said, listen, your eternal guru is Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So one day we'll go to Vrindavan and take initiation from him. Then what happened? His father, Srinivasa Acharya's father, became very sick, laden with fever for 7 days. Then he finally passed away. So Srinivasa Acharya decided to move back from there to Jajigram. He came closer to Katwa. And Jajigram, there he was having the association of Gadadhar Das, not Pandit, Gadadhar Das. And many other, there is some Ghosh. He was having all those association of exalted devotees. Then Narahari Sarkar told that your eternal spiritual master stays in Vrindavan, so you have to go and get initiation from him, Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Then he decided to take permission of Mahaprabhu, because by the mercy of Mahaprabhu, he actually took birth. So he started walking from Bengal to Jagannath Puri to meet Mahaprabhu. And then on the way he got the news that Mahaprabhu concluded his pastimes. So he was really broken. Then he recently he lost his father, then Mahaprabhu also left. Then he started weeping. Mahaprabhu came on that particular day in dream and said, you go and you study Srimad Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit. So he went, Gadadhar Pandit was also staying there in Tota Gopinath, and he used to recite Srimad Bhagavatam for Mahaprabhu. So Shrinivasa Acharya went to Tota Gopinath, you must have seen in Jagannath Puri. He went, and Mahaprabhu, before Srinivasa Acharya manifested, appeared, he said that there will be a devotee after I will leave this planet. His name will be Srinivasa Acharya, and he will be very exalted devotee. So all his associates knew the name of Srinivasa Acharya before he took birth. So Srinivasa Acharya went there to Gadadhar Pandit. As soon Gadadhar Pandit heard the name of Srinivasa Acharya, he started having like eightfold ecstatic transformations and horripilation and other. And then he hugged him. Oh, you are Srinivasa Acharya, Mahaprabhu told about you. And then he also said, what are the instructions Mahaprabhu gave me in dream? Just by hearing that, he became unconscious. It was like he could not bear the separation of Mahaprabhu. That Mahaprabhu instructed him personally to study Srimad Bhagavatam from, Gadadhar Pandit. So, when Gadadhar Pandit was reading Srimad Bhagavatam and telling the stories to Srinivasa Acharya, the heavy downpour, like he was crying so much that all the Srimad Bhagavatam became wet. So it's not legible anymore. So he said, listen, now we cannot recite Srimad Bhagavatam because everything is gone. So you do one thing, you go back to Katwa and you bring a new set of Bhagavatam and tell Narahari Sarkar to hand it to you. So he went to bring this new set of Bhagavatam towards Jajigram, and on the way, because already there is so much separation from Mahaprabhu, and this happened, so Gadadhar Pandit also concluded his pastimes. So Srinivasa Acharya was like, he went to bring back the book to study, and in the midway, he also passed away. So it was like very big shock for him. Then he went to Mahaprabhu's place. Mahaprabhu was not there. So he met Vishnu Priya Devi. We will cut it short because it's a very beautiful big story. So then he went to Vishnu Priya Devi. Vishnu Priya Devi saw him and he understood that this is the person my Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to talk about. So he said, Ishan Thakur, that go and call him. And Vishnu Priya Devi cooked by her own hands and fed Shrinivasa Acharya. So Vishnu Priya Devi, how she used to do, she used to keep 2 earthen pots, and one filled with rice and one is empty. So she will chant 1 round, put 1 rice there. In this way 9 hours she will chant, and whatever rice is accumulated, that much only she will make bhoga, offer it to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and eat. So such an exalted devotee. So Vishnu Priya Devi put her lotus feet on the head of Srinivasa Acharya. So he was very much blessed. Then he came, then he met also, he went to Shantipur and met Sita Devi, the wife of Advaita. Advaita Acharya already concluded his pastimes because Srinivasa Acharya is the next generation. But what happened when he was going to Shantipur and he saw a person, very long hands touching the knees, effulgent, is standing. And then he did Dandavat and he said, this is Advaita Acharya. He appeared. And then he said, you go to my wife, Sita Devi. And she cooked also for the Srinivasa Acharya, and Srinivasa Acharya took that prasadam, nectarian prasadam. So then, from there on, he came to Vrindavan and finally met Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Gopal Bhatta Goswami immediately gave him initiation and he sent him under the tutelage of Jiva Goswami. And he studied under Jiva Goswami. So this is about Srila Shrinivas Thakur. So Srila Shrinivas Thakur Avirbhav Tithi Maha Mahotsav ki. Now we will talk about Madhavendra Puri. And then one more and we will finish. Madhavendra Puri Pad. Madhavendra Puri Pad, when Nityananda Prabhu was very small, like 14, 15 years old, I think there was a Brahmana, or he went for pilgrimage with a sadhu and he was going through Harikshetram, Kurukshetram, Shrirangam, Rangapattanam, Evam Adishu Tirtheshu, Brahmamana Itastata. He was going to different places. And there he met this Madhavendra Puripad. So Madhavendra Puripad was way older and Nityananda Prabhu was much younger. Then they saw and they hugged each other and they were rolling on the ground. And Ishwar Puri and all of the disciples of Madhavendra Puripad was looking surprisingly, wow, what is, this ecstatic transformation is happening. They were rolling on the grounds. And then Madhavendra Puri said that Nityananda Prabhu is such an exalted devotee that if everybody has to praise him, and if someone does not praise him, he cannot be dear to the Lord. This is what Madhavendra Puri said about Nityananda Prabhu. So Madhavendra Puripad, one time he was doing the parikrama of Giriraj Govardhan. This is a famous story, I think everybody knows. So almost 22 kilometers he finished and he sat there and he had ayachaka vritti. He won't ask for anything. If anybody gives anything, then only they will take, otherwise they will fast. And Srila Prabhupada says that this condition, like Madhavendra Puripad, is the Paramahamsa Avastha, the most exalted form of sannyasa. So Madhavendra Puripad was tired and sitting over there. Then one boy, darts, small, short, he came and he saw that this person is not asking for anything. And he was carrying a pot of milk. Then he asked, which meditation are you doing over here? Everybody comes here, they ask for food and I provide them. So Madhavendra Puripad did not show any interest, but he was looking at that boy, such an effulgent boy. Then he gave the milk pot, he said, I have some milk, you please take it. So Madhavendra Puripad took it. And he said, I have to go and milk my cows, so I'm leaving, I have no time. And I'll come back and take this pot back. So then he went and he never came back. And he drank that milk and it was like nectarian milk, and he was constantly thinking about that boy. The boy came in the dream and he said, I am Gopal, who was established by Vajranava, the great grandson of Krishna. But when the Mughals attacked, I was buried into a particular jungle, so you have to take me out. My body is burning, you have to give me cold bath of water. So then he woke up and he was lamenting, oh my God, it's the Lord himself who came to me. See, who came in the dream and took him, showed him, holding his finger, showed him the place He cannot rescue himself, he can do. But the Lord set aside some special tasks for his dearmost devotees, so that their glories, they become glorified by the name of Lord. So Madhavendra Puripad said the localites, and they started digging, and they found that beautiful Vigraha of Gopal Devji, which is still there. Shri Giriraj Govardhan ki, Madhavendra Puripad ki. So in that Gopal, where Jagadananda Pandit wanted to come to Vrindavan, Mahaprabhu instructed personally, Vrindavane jaiyo na koriyo vas. You go to Vrindavan, but never stay back, because you will end up committing offense. You will say, oh, this Vrajavasis are like this, and then this is this. So you will end up committing offense unless you are qualified. And Govardhane chadiya na dekhiyo Gopal. You should not climb up the Giriraj Govardhan thinking it's a normal hill and see the deities of Gopal. These are the two instructions given by Mahaprabhu to Jagadananda Pandit. So this Gopal was established, and there was an Annakuta Mahotsava, like at the time of Giriraj Govardhan lifted by Krishna, that time in Dwapara Yuga. The way Annakuta Mahotsava happened, that kind of huge celebration happened when the Gopal was installed there. After that, 2 years everything was going on well. Madhavendra Puripad knew two Brahmanas from Bengal. They came and they started serving there. And after that, after 2 years, Madhavendra Puripad again got a dream, and Gopal said, you did the bathing and everything, but still the heat. I was buried for a long time. Mughal came so many years before. So 400-500 years he was buried. So my body is still heat, and the heat is not sliding down with the water. So can you please bring some Malaya Chala Chandanam from Puri? And Madhavendra Puripad was very old, and it's like 1800 kilometers. But Madhavendra Puripad did not deny. He was very anugata, and he started going there. He went, and then he stopped at Remuna, Gopinath. And in Gopinath temple, he was beholding the Lord, and then he was definitely ayachaka vritti. He never asks for anything. So he was thinking that, my Lord, you are so beautiful, so your Mahaprasadam might also taste very nectarian. Would have been good if I can taste little bit, then I can offer the same kind of bhoga to my Gopal. And then what happened? And then he went in the evening. The backside there is a fair, village fair, where people used to sell vegetables and stuff. It was still there, I don't know now. So he went and he stayed there. And then this Lord told the pujari, go, one great devotee is waiting there, and give him some Mahaprasad. So he took the pot, there are 12 pots which is being offered. So Lord kept one under his uttari or dhoti, that he gave to Madhavendra Puri. He licked it, and it was like very delicious. Then he went and brought the camphor and this Malaja Chandanam. And when he was coming back, then Gopal came. He was coming back and having darshan of Remuna. Gopal said, no, you stay back there, and you offered the sandalwood paste, whatever is there, to that Lord, because I am the same. So this is special pastimes of Madhavendra Puripad. And there is Parameshwar Das, and that's it. Parameshwar Das, in the pastimes of Krishna, there were 12 cowherd boys. So out of those 12 cowherd boys, the fifth one is called Arjuna. This is not the same Arjuna of Bhagavad Gita. This is Arjuna Sakha. So Shridam, Sudam, Dambu, Sudam, Subal Sakha. These are Mahabahu, Subahu. These are the associates when Krishna goes for Gocharan Leela. So they also manifested in Chaitanya Leela. So he is one of those Sakhas, Arjun Sakha. So Parameshwari Das, he was born in a physician's family, Vaidya. And he was very dear. He served Nityananda Prabhu and his wife Jannava Devi. They were very pleased And Jannava Devi's personal, when Shrinivasa Acharya went to meet with Jannava Devi, this Parameshwari Das took him and escorted him to this Jannava Devi. So Srinivas Acharya, he was born in a Vaidya family, and Nityananda Prabhu, there was a place called Antapur. Antapur was the place of miscreants. So very low class people stay there and they are always fighting and envious, and something is happening always. So this the deity served by Nityananda Prabhu and Jannava Devi, Gopinath, Jannava Devi handed it to this Parameshwari Das Thakur, and he said that you worship it, and she also gave one Radha Rani. When Parameshwari Das came to Vrindavan, that deity is still there in Govinda temple. The Radha Rani in Govinda temple is brought by Parameshwar Das, and this was the instruction of Jannava Devi. So Parameshwari Das, what happened in Antapur? Antapure gya karo harinamer prachar. This was the instruction. You go to Antapur and you do the preaching of Harinam Sankirtana, because people are very sinful there and they need this Harinam. So one time in the courtyard, there is a place called Mahesh near Srirampur. There is a place, and there is a Jagannath temple, and he inspired everybody to chant Mahamantra and do Kirtan. Everybody was doing ecstatic Kirtan. In between, some like local boys, they were envious. Look at them, they are having Shikha and Sutra and they are doing Mahamantra and chanting, so they are envious. So to bother them, they brought a jackal which was dead and threw it in between the Kirtan party. So the Kirtan did not stop, they were continuing. And looking at that dead jackal, this Srinivasa Acharya's heart got melted, this painful situation. And he glanced at it, and the jackal came to life. And then the jackal left this Jagannath temple, and the boys who threw it, they were like shocked. And they understood this is not an ordinary thing going on here. They ran away from there. So this is Parameshwar Das Thakur, who was very close associate to Nityananda Prabhu. So thank you very much all for listening. Hare Krishna.